Ellis just won his 10th Open North American Championships here in Fairbanks. Pretty amazing feat, more than anyone in history. What does it feel like, Egil?
Yeah, like you said, it's amazing. I can't describe the feeling right now. It's, if you think back 10 years, you know, of what we do for all year to focus on this, and it's going to take someone at least 10 years to do this again. And
yeah.
I know how hard that is, so it's amazing. It's really nice. It's a fantastic feeling.
It's a lot of work, a lot of energy, a lot of resources goes into it every year, but 10 years is pretty amazing.
And also several generations of dogs, you know.
Yes.
When I think back of the kind of my original dogs that I started racing this race with, and think through all the years of breeding we've done, and then the different generations that have come up, and it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
To be able to have a fully homegrown team, so to speak, 10 years later. It's 10 years since it's 98 when I first ran this race. Under the exact same conditions. We started from the clubhouse. We didn't have the extension then the last day then, but it's it's kind of a neat look back in time.
And the first time you won it was in '99.
Yeah.
So in 11 years you've won it 10 times. Yeah. Tell me about your run a little bit today. I mean, how were you feeling? How were the dogs running?
Oh, they did great. I mean, I had probably a 98% perfect run. I intentionally held them back quite a bit going out, and I was focusing on keeping them around 18.5 miles an hour. And I think I did that most of the way, actually. I mean, they in a few spots, like going into the extension, they sped up a little too much, so I had to calm them down a little bit.
Right.
And then the 2% I failed on is probably about 2 miles from the finish. I had one of the swing dogs got all of a sudden really tired. I think he's about to get sick, but he got really tired and started necklining, and so that kind of held the leaders back also. And so for the last 2 miles here, the leaders were pulling the swing dog. I was pedaling the rest of the team.
But you can't push a rope.
No,
so if you got the dogs in front holding back.
Yeah.
Now that dog that was holding back was one of your leaders the first day, so you must have saw something there to pull him into the team and put up Email in his place.
I saw he was among the most. He was pretty tired yesterday too, but I know he's a tough dog, and that he would make it one more day.
Yeah.
But today he came close to be loaded, and I had the knife ready, and I was debating, you know, should I stop and load him and maybe lose 15 seconds? But we were still going along, you know, at 16, 17 miles an hour. So I thought if we can keep that up going in, that should be enough. So,
yeah.
But
so your leaders today were Ruby and Email.
Yeah.
And Ruby is, how old is he? 6 or 7?
He's got to be 6 or 7 now.
Yeah. And
he's a veteran. I mean, he pulled.
How many races has he won?
He pulled the team in today. With Email got tired too. Once the swing dog started holding back, and he felt, you know, he didn't really have the pull from behind. He started slowing down to it. But Ruby, he pulled the swing dog by the harness and Email by the neckline, you know, and just charged up the hill here. So that was impressive to see.
That reminds me of what you used to say about Mike coming home.
Yeah.
He used to do the same sort of thing, and Mike was the first lead dog you won here with.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like Ruby's racking up quite an impressive string of victories too.
He's quite the. We call him Ruby Robot, and that's what he was today. He was focused the whole way and just charged up the hill.
Well, that's what you needed. You did it, and it's been a tough year for you too. I mean, you won the Exxon. You didn't have a great Ronde, so it must feel really good to bounce back from a race like that.
Yeah, I think this is what I'm used to seeing in my team, and they all. I mean, the North American is never easy, but it's a great feeling to have a team go through it. And I ran the all 3 days without loading dogs.
That's great.
It's a nice accomplishment too.
Well, congratulations, Egil. I'll let you get to celebrating.
Thank you very much.